I feel like a lot of people miss the understanding of what comes with when you're walking with God, right? And a lot of people can feel like you have to be this perfect person and that sometimes your faith will not dwindle. Like you have to just be faith driven, faith driven, faith driven all the time, and there won't be some times where you are in murky water. Because in scripture it says, you do not realize what I'm doing, but later you will understand. Literally, that is God saying, I get it. Because sometimes you're going to be in some seasons where it's looking crazy. You're going to be in some seasons where you're questioning everything. You're going to be in some seasons where it just doesn't look like what the plan was supposed to be. But God is saying you will understand at some point in time. See, because I'm not getting you through just to get you through. It's for a reason. It's for a purpose. Even in scripture, Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. God is letting you know that I understand that there are going to be some times that you're going to lean on your own understanding. You're going to lean on what it is that you feel like is better to know than him. Because what does it say after that? Acknowledge him in all your ways and he will make your path straight. So he's saying, even in the midst of your confusion, even in the midst of your trials and tribulations, even in the midst of you feeling like you do not know what is going on and you feel like I'm not there, acknowledge me. Give me what it is that you feel like you want to do and let me show you where to go. Let me show you where to go. Even in scripture says you will stumble, but you will not fall. So these are so many different examples of showing you that God knows we fall short. God knows that we are not perfect people. God knows that we have imperfections. God knows that sometimes we are not able to have the faith that we know to have best sometimes and in some seasons. But if you acknowledge him in all of your ways, I mean all of them, and even in times where you're going through it so much that you ask God to hear your heart because your cries are so loud and you have nothing to say, understand that God knows we fall short. God knows we're not perfect people. God knows that sometimes we will not be who it is that we always are. Sometimes we can be very on fire for God. And there are going to be some times where it just looks crazy. But in whatever season you're in, he will meet you there.